Hey guys, it's Monday, July 1st, 2024. I'm going to do a video. This will be special for those that have Thinkorswim, or as they call it, TOS, T-O-S. And I'm going to cover my market profile. I guess maybe one or two have been requesting it. So I figure I'd show you my setup. And I'm probably going to do part two, just in case you don't have Thinkorswim, TOS, T-O-S. I'm going to show you an alternative to Tradingview, because I know you guys use the different brokers and whatnot. So I'm going to show you one on Tradingview that I think is really good, and I probably think it's probably better than what I have. It's showing you more information, so you could kind of dissect and see, more information to help you make a better decision. So without any further delay, let's get into it. So, I normally set my market profile on the Forex Trader tab because I have a system. It's market profile, it's simple glance, and then which is futures trader is simple glance setup. And then on active trader, I have my midpoint chart. And then on the pairs trader, that's where you see the geometry. So I have a little system on how I use this. So I'm using the Forex Trader tab. And it's pretty simple. First, let's start off with, you first click here on that little star. It's going to show you chart setting, appearance. You click on that. And right here where it says background, I like it dark, because sometimes I'm up at night and I'm looking at charts and the bright screen, messes with my eyes. But if you like the bright screen, or you could just change whatever color you want. You could do a gray, hit apply. You could do blue, whatever rocks your boat. If you wanted to click on more, you can see all these colors right here you could pick. So it's up to you, whatever you like. I like it black. That's my favorite setting because I kind of see things pop. And then I do some other things that I adjusted. So first off, that's the first thing you want to do. But if you like it white, you could just leave it white if that's what you like. I like it dark. That's the first thing I do. Let's click OK. Then the next thing I do is I go into my indicators, which is this, I don't know, looks like a little scientific bottle. There's a name for that, but I can't remember. So, don't be hard on me. I know there's a specific name for that. I look for, make it easy on you. You could probably go and look at simpler trading studies. It used to be called John Carter, not the movie director, but John, the guy that made all these indicators. His name is John Carter, and he's a trader, and he's awesome. Sorry, I'm drinking some sweet tea here. Southern sweet tea. The next thing I add is he has a whole great indicators here. I add the trend, which is this one. So I double click on it, and it added it in there. And once I hit apply, I have these colors, but know that these colors don't come as default. Pretty much when the candles are down, they're red. But when they're white, I think they have another color. I think it's like teal. And you could go into the star right here, click on it, go down. If you scroll really down, there's this thing called global down here. You click on that. And then you scroll down even more. And this is, I don't know what the default is, but I know it's either blue, a green, or teal. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe. But either way, whatever color you want, if you want green, because that's traditionally the bullish color, then that's it. It's showing you the trend. I like it white because it pops on my screen, and with the black background. So that's the color I like. And if you want another color going down, you could pick that there. And these are my settings. I don't show, you know, the plot, trending. I just have those off. And everything pretty much else is default. I believe this is all default. Let's see. Let's hit reset it to factory, see what happens. So let's apply it and see what happens. What's factory color? Oh, wow. Factory is blue. So look at that. I was even off. I thought it was teal. So this is the way he has it set up by default. I don't like that. So, and I think nothing's changed here with the plots. So I go to global, scroll this down. So this is the default color. I just changed this to white. Pretty simple, right? Can't be that hard. So that's my setup right there. And then what else? Let's see. So before I go up here all the way in this corner, and you see all these little boxes here. It just shows you where you could, how many ones you want across. You could do like a whole bunch of charts here. I just like 3. So I'm going to pick 3 because I just want to look at the monthly, weekly, and daily. And on my midpoint chart, I look at more the intraday, which is the 4-hour and the 1-hour. So I don't need a lot of charts. I just need 3. So there you go. I pick the color red. So on my end over here on the side where I have my list, I could click on stocks that I'm looking at or instruments, and they all adjust. So you will like to put this on red or whatever color you use. You can see that these are default. It's showing up. I probably want to get this off here. See that little thing there? If you click on the thing called trade, that takes it off. It gives you a little more space. Same thing over here where it says trade. It's showing you this stuff right here. You can just take that off. So pretty much I like it looking like that, but when you add new charts, they look like this. So there's a lot of things you need to do to clean it up. So I'm going to just we're going to work on this one, but I'm going to try to get this one first, the way I like it. So the next thing is, let's go into our indicators, and we're going to type in TPO. And once you type in TPO here, you're going to see one called TPO profile. You'll click on that one. You added it, right? And then you click on this little star. That's the setting. Excuse me. And then right here, it says automatic. I am going to change this to tick size. I'm going to leave this at chart because chart is picking up whatever time frame you're using over here. I'm going to leave expansion. I'm going to leave 1000. I'm going to leave show point of control, show value area. I'm going to leave all that like this. And I don't even know if this is default, but if it's not, these are the settings I have. 70, 50, and maybe these are default. We'll see once I hit OK. And then the POC, I have this at 5. I don't know if that's default. It just makes the point of control bigger. The profile high and low, I have the show plot off. And then the value area high and low. This is the color I picked, and I have it on the width of 5, and I'm showing the plot. On global settings, I don't think I have anything. I kind of left it the way it is. And I don't even know if this color shows up. But let's hit OK and see what happens. So it's showing up on this side. You know, there might be. So this is the value area high. This is the value area low. And this is the point of control within 5 years of data. So I might do a little adjustment here. This is too kind of bright for me. I kind of want it a little darker. So I think the sweet spot is between 10. Actually, I'm going to show you a little trick. Let's close that. If you want to, you could kind of right click here and edit. And then every time you do an adjustment, you just have to hit apply. So you can kind of see it in real time. So let's see. We could do 15 and enter and then hit apply. You see how this is getting a little lighter. You go to 20. It gets a little lighter. I'm kind of in between. I'm more in the middle of 15. I want to kind of see it, but I don't want to see it too bright. I want to see more, price action and just kind of see these dark spots. So that's pretty much my setting there on the TPO. So if you guys want to copy that, it's not really that hard. Everything's 5. So value area high, value area low. It's this color, kind of like that yellowish. And then point of control is always red for me. And I'm showing all the plots, the bubbles and everything on those. And then on the profile, I have not showing the plot. Because I already know that, these are the highs here. I could see them. So I don't need that. And then the point of control, I have it at 5. I want it nice and fat. And then I hit OK, and then that's it. The next thing is you want to click on your indicator, edit settings, and then you want to type in volume. And I have a lot of them here. There's one called volume profile. This is the one I use. Double click on that. And then you hit the little star here. And the same thing. I want to have tick size. I want chart. This is all the same. Expansion. This might probably change, but I want to see how it looks. So you already know that I'm in between 10 and 20. So I'm going to probably put 15 as the middle point. And all these are the same as the TPO. I think I set it up as a default POC. Profile high and profile low is not showing show plot. Value area high, value area low. It's all at 5. All of these are at 5 with and pockets at 5. And global, I believe, is all the same. So I'm going to hit OK. And you see that it's kind of on top of this one. So let's go. So they're both kind of like mirroring. You can see that there's double here. So what I want to do is I want to click on this. And instead of expansion, which is this one right here, I want to say no. Then I want to hit OK, hit apply, and boom, it brings it all the way over here. So my volume profile indicator is this side, and then this is TPO. And I think that's it for here. Oh, maybe you want to add the volume. Let's see, which is the volume one that I use? Volume average, maybe, which could probably be this one. We'll see. And then hit apply. Yep. And that's it. And then this one, you could leave it at default. I think it's 50. I switch mine to 20. And everything is pretty much generic. You got volume average. That's this white line, the average. So that's pretty much it. I just switched just the moving average to 20 here. But you can leave it at 50. It's up to you. You can see what 50 looks like. Hit OK. But I believe I leave mine at 20. So let's leave that there. Hit OK. And that's pretty much it right there. Also, what I do is on chart setting, you guys heard me talk about log. Remember that? Log, a log scale, non-log scale. You see the Andrew's pitchfork, how it shifts a little bit. A lot of the pros like to use log scale, especially on the bigger time frame, which is like the monthly, the weekly, and the daily. So I like to look at both because I like to see what other traders are seeing. So I leave these settings on log. So when I put my, Andrew's pitchfork, APF, or channels or whatever, or anything that has to deal with geometry. I can see it on a log scale, and then when I apply it on another chart that it's non-log scale, and this means it's off, I see the angles and everything on a non-log scale. And then when I use my master chart, that one is scaled to a 45-degree angle on that chart. So I even see stuff that should be scaled at the right geometric, chart system. So I'm looking at all kinds of stuff because I'm a researcher and I'm data driven, and I want to quantify things and see if I could find a statistical edge on things. So that's why you see me very nerdy like that. But you don't have to be nerdy like that. You could do whatever you want, but that's the way I am. So this is the log scale, and I hit OK, and you see how things open up. So that's pretty much it right there in a nutshell. You just kind of click here, right click it right on that line. You can edit this one, and pretty much I have everything the way I should have it. And this is a 5-year chart on NG. Now, when you go to 1 year, this is a 1 hour, sorry. This is a 1 year chart right here. You see the value area low in regards to volume, and it is calculating whatever is displaying on your chart. So if this is all the data that is showing from here of, I believe that's July the 3rd, from July the 3rd on to here, all this price action going here to here is calculating all the volume from both volume and TPO. You can see that they agree on the point of control. So this is a separate indicator, and this is a separate indicator. This is volume and TPO. There is a difference between these two, which is interesting. I'm not going to go into depth into that. You could probably look it up, the difference between TPO and volume. Look it up on YouTube, or look it up in some trading blog, or information about that. But there is a difference, because what I've noticed is that when I'm using like a futures instrument, they both plot, but when I'm using, let's say the euro, the euro, I know I don't get volume, but let's say USD. When I type in the euro USD, look what I get. I only get the TPO. So one of the reasons I like the TPO is because when I'm looking at Forex, I believe, and I could be wrong, don't 100% believe me, but the theory I'm believing it is that if you don't have any volume like futures it provided, and stocks or whatever, and you're dealing with currencies that don't, they don't, for some reason we can't track volume or anything, this tracks the candles itself. And I don't know how it does the calculations and the mathematics. So I am getting market profile on the euro currency, or whatever currency. It could be the pound, it could be the Aussie, it could be the yen, the Aussie. It could be anything. New Zealand dollar. It's doing its calculations on the candles itself instead of volume, which is kind of cool, right? So there's a little tip for you if you didn't know that in regards to that. So let's go and leave it at NG where I have it. So now you know that these are the two. You got my trend, what tells you the color. And then you want to go and pick the higher time frame, which is the monthly. So I have my monthly set at 10 years. And that's pretty much it. You can see right here on natural gas that we failed point of control. And we're looking like we're still, we're holding at 249, which is the 90 degree in the square of 9 according to Gann. And you got some value area lows down here. You remember? We're at 152 low. So there's some key levels. So this is it pretty much in a nutshell. And you got volume. You got your average. And that's it. This is what makes my market profile on the monthly, which is I use the 10-year. So let's close this now. And now this is what it looks like when you create one of these new ones. So there's a lot of stuff here that it comes as a default. I don't like none of this stuff, but if you do, you could leave it on. But let's clean it up. So what I do, I go to chart settings, click on that. And the first thing I want to do is click on appearance, and I want this thing black. First, let's pick it black. Let's do that. You see these little crosses or whatever? They look like little grids. I don't like that because I have things that I watch and this could throw me off. So I click right here and take the grid off. Hit apply. That's already cleaning it off. And then we have Friday expirations, which is these red lines, and you have change of contract. It's good to have it there, but the way I have my market profile, I don't need to change a contract and I don't need to know expiration. I put these numbers and things on another chart, so it could kind of give me a heads up. So I go to futures, and the change of contract, I click on that, hit apply, get that out. The one for the expiration Friday, it's this one right here under time axis. You click that, hit apply. There's also rollovers. So like if I zoom in and make this like an hourly, you can see rollover lines. I don't want to see that either. I click that. You can leave the show year marking line. You could do that, but sometimes I have some stuff and it could confuse me thinking that's a turning point. So I don't really want year markers. You can leave it there if you want. It's this line right here. But sometimes I put turning points that they look like lines also. And if I see that, I might get confused thinking it's a turning point, but it's really that 2023 started, and I don't want to see that. So you could click on that, apply, and now we're getting close. But there is this thing called interest, and I don't use it. But if you do, you can leave it there. But if you don't like that, you can go to futures, click on that. And there's a thing called show open interest. You could click there and it takes it off. But then there's this thing called volume. And it's within the charts. Is that really an indicator? I don't like the way that looks. I'd rather use another indicator. So I take that off, click it off, and hit apply. Another thing I forgot is to where it says price axis, fit studies and fit markers. I uncheck those. I want things to like open up and then hit apply. So that's the next thing, and use log scale. So this is going to be my weekly chart. Hit apply. Things are looking a little better. I also like to put snap drawings too. Open, high, low, and close. I had time zone for New York, and pretty much everything is just there. Let's see, and then apply. So, yep. Futures. I don't have adjust for contract changes. I have that blank, but you could set that up if you like it like that. I like mine's more like that. And you could do that for equities or options or Forex, however you want to do it. So I think we're pretty close there. Another thing is, you see how prices is very close to the line. I like a little gap between that. So, you could put 10. And you see how it shifts over here. It gives you a little space. Or you could do 50. I don't know what I have on my profile, but you could check it out. Or whatever you like, regards to space. Let's leave it at 10 for now. And I think that's pretty it for this chart. Now we got to go back into, so this is going to be our weekly. So we set our weekly here. So my weeklies are set up for 5 years. So I have Yeah, you know, it will probably matter because when we put the TP profile, things really shift open. So my monthly is 10 years. My weekly is 5 years. So let's go back here. Let's now go into our indicator, which is that little hocus pocus kind of jar. That's what it looks like to me. So we're going to type in, or we're going to go and click here and look for simpler trading studies. We're going to pick TTM trend. Let's hit apply. Oh, I should now save it because I think I went to default. So when I apply this, it normally goes to my settings. So if there's like a setting that you like I like mine's white. I think everything else is okay. Let me look. Yep, everything else is okay. So I can hit apply, okay, and then go back. And then every time I load this indicator, I can save it as a default. So when I do my daily chart, it's going to load up like this. So that's another trick you could do. Let's click on that, hit OK. So now that's good. So, you know, the next indicator is TPO. Let's apply that. And probably I could do the same thing for that chart. I could probably set this to time tick size. TPO is chart. All of this is good. Let's set this at 15. You guys are grooving with me now? You feeling it? That's pretty much all the same, right? Yep, that's all the same. And now I'm going to save this as default. Hit OK. So when I work on my daily, it's all going to show up. And let's go to volume. Did I type that right? No. There we go. Scroll down and we're looking for volume profile. And we're going to click on settings. Remember expansion if you don't want to know, because if not, it's going to be on this side. We want tick size. And same thing. I like it 15, but you can pick whatever you want, depending on your eyes and, you know, and all that other stuff. So that looks good. So I'm going to save my volume profile as a default. Hit OK. Hit apply. Whoa, something's not right here. Did I do so? Oh, yeah. See, time per profile is day. I need a chart. So I screwed up. So let's save it as a default now and hit OK. When you do day, that's more fractal. And that could be like if you're trading 30 minutes, 30-minute chart. So now that looks a little better. And then lastly, volume. Well, let's go all the way down. Volume average. Click on that. And I think the default is 50. Let's set it at 20. And let's save it as my default. And that's it. So this is my daily chart, my weekly chart, using a 5-year. And remember I was talking about the spacing over here. I don't think it matters. I have here at 10. Even if you put it at 0, I don't know if there's going to be any difference. You see there's no difference in the shifting. We'll leave it there, but it doesn't matter because once you put the TPO indicator, this thing expands out. So you can kind of see these little areas here. Mostly these areas. So let's close this up. So that's my 5-year weekly chart, 10-year monthly chart, my volume, and there's a trick here if you want to kind of have it as a default setting. This little bar right here, you could just, you see when it switches, double click on that, you can see they all adjust. But if you don't like it that big, you could always, you could bring it down, you know, unless you want to see more, you know, chart real estate. It's up to you, whatever whatever rocks your boat. But if you want to default, you know, and kind of have it all so you can kind of look in and, you know, zoom in and see, you know, volume and all that stuff. That's totally up to you. So we have our daily, weekly. Now we're going to work on our daily. So it's the same thing. So I'm going to kind of breeze through here. And that's probably going to be something different on this one because I have another volume indicator that I use on the daily only. So let's do this real quick. Let's see how long this is going to take me. So first off, appearance. Check the grids off. I want it black, but you could put it white. You could put it yellow, pink. I think that's good for now. We're going to go to futures. We're going to take the volume. I don't want volume. I don't want to see show of interest. I don't want to see show of contract. I want to see extended. Maybe you want to do highlighted, extended trading hours. That's up to you, but I don't really use for, 4 hours or anything. This is pretty much monthly, weekly, and daily. And I think that's it for here. Appearance looks pretty good. And you can see that on my candle, my fill up is empty. But everything else is pretty much normal. Price axis, I want my indicators, everything to fit. I want to use log scale. Time, everything looks good there. I want my snapping drawings to be OHLC. And I think that's it. And I'm using New York time. Let's hit OK. So far, that looks pretty. Oh, we're missing. You see these little red lines? Those are expiration Fridays. This one right here, I want that off. I want year marking off, and I want no rollover lines. Now we're groovy. Groovy. Let's go to our setting here again. Chart setting. You guys know that what we're doing now. No, actually, no. We need to go to the Hocus Pocus one. And we're going to add, you could type in trend, but I'm lazy like that. So I'm going to pick simpler trading, add trend. Let's see if it worked. Boom. Perfect. Now we're going to look for TPO. Should it work? Boom. Perfect. Now we're going to type in volume profile. Boom. Perfect. And there is one volume profile that I use, which is the volume V2. And hit OK. This is not from TOS. This is something I got. And this one shows me pretty much who's in control in regards to volume. The bulls or the bears. And you can see, let's zoom in. Since June the 11th, the bulls were in control, and then the bears, the Black Widow, started showing up. The Black Widow started showing up. She was getting more aggressive. Volume was below 20, so it wasn't that hard, but she was very aggressive. The bears came, the bears came, the bears came. The bulls' last day of control was June the 11th. See all my candles, they're all open. It just shows me the trend is up. Now, when they get full body, that means it's turning. Not showing red because I'm using the trend indicator. It's telling me the trend is still kind of up. But then eventually they get red, and then the trend now is down. And these are the volumes. So this is the only different thing that you may not have. That kind of gives me a volume, pre-market, last bar, current bar volume, total volume. There's some things, extra information. But that's the only different between the monthly and the weekly. And then on the daily, I have it set for 1 year. That's pretty much it. But I fluctuate between shorter time frames because I sometimes need to narrow in. I sometimes do, I don't really do 1 month, but I do normally 3 months because 3 months kind of gives me, this move right here. And it's just telling me like right here at 247 all the way to like 242 is showing a lot of support, an area of support. And you can see that by this pivot here. You can see how it lines up right here. This area is going to be interesting if nat gas continues to go lower. If it fails through that, then your next level will be value area low. You can see that there's two different points of control. I was calculating it. This one is calculating it by the candles. This one indicator here is calculating by volume. This stuff here. So I go in between 3. I go in between 6. 6 months gives me that 392 high of October the 27th. I believe so, yeah. And then the 9 month, I sometimes skip the 9 month. I just rather go straight to the year. But I do love 369 if you could tell. So I normally between 3 and a year, because I pretty much get all this move here, calculating it from here, February 20 low to our June 11 high, 315, and it's just kind of giving me key levels in regards to volume. Gann always said, watch volume, because volume is very important. It could tell you possible turning points. Did I cover it all? I don't even know how long this video, but I wanted to take my time just to show you the TOS setup. So every time you look at my video, and you see, let's see what market profile is showing, you kind of get an idea. 10-year, 5-year, and 1 year. According to Gann, timing cycles that you want to just kind of have on your radar are the 10-year, the 5-year, and then the 1 year is the smallest cycle. This is the most one of the, when it starts getting important is the 5 and the 10. The 1 year is the smallest cycle, and the minor cycles, according to Gann, is the 3 year and the 6 year. The 3 year and the 6 year. Those are the minor cycles you want to look at. But I look at it also as chart. I spread the chart data within those equal numbers that he uses also in regards to cycles. So I'm trying to make a whole system related to the way Gann's theory is. And if you want to learn all that stuff, you could probably find it on the internet or books or whatever, on Amazon and whatnot, or YouTube. There's a whole bunch of YouTube videos talking about Gann theory, and you can learn a lot of the stuff there. So I think that's it. Am I forgetting anything? And then you could put indicators or whatever you not. But this one I keep very simple. And remember, the log scale. You know, all these time frames have the log scale. I want to make sure you see. And then that's it. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. I can see market profile, point of control. We lost it on the weekly, we lost it on the monthly, and we lost it on the daily. So what is that telling me? Then in regards to the point of control within all these time frames, we are below it, signs of weakness. And then you add geometry, which Gann was, very pro and adamant and, stressed it and told you need to study the geometry. You need to look at where the market is in regards to geometry. That 1 by 1, as of right now, we're below it. And I'm using, you can see in my past videos, that 1 by 1, which is the 45-degree angle, it should have held, and it didn't. And now we're pushing even lower. So when you have that line in the sand there, according to Gann, where you're below the 45, you're just showing a little more signs of weakness. Is it going to crash? No, but it's just telling you, hey, it's getting a little weak. And then on top of that, market profile, telling you the line in the sand regards to volume, we're not doing too good, on natural gas. So I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you like this video. Leave me your comments. Leave me your thoughts. What do you think? Am I missing something? Did I have it wrong? Whatever. Just let me know your thoughts. Hit the like button, subscribe, share with all your friends, especially your friends that have Thinkorswim or TOS. The next video I'm going to do, and I don't know if I'm going to do it this week because I have a lot going on, and then there's vacation, 4th of July and all that. But the next one is going to be on Tradingview. So just in case you don't have Thinkorswim, I got you. And I know this indicator. that it is awesome, and and I think it's way better than what I have. But I'm gonna have it set up where you could kind of see what I'm seeing, and we could be on the same page. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on market profile.